Hello, welcome everyone. This is Meredith. I am here to do your reading for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, June 23rd and 24th. Thank you for tuning in and watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a like and a share. It's a brand new channel and it needs a little bit of circulation. I am going to be posting the monthly readings for July 2018 for each sign of the zodiac. So look for those over the weekend. They will be posted on the channel very, very soon. So let's get into your weekend reading. Let's see what we have first. Two of Wands. I am sticking with the Universal Weight Tarot deck. We're going to finish out the week with this deck. We've had some pretty fantastic readings with it this week. So, all right, Two of Wands we start out with. That's fire. It's Mars in Aries. This is plans for the potential future, having a vision for our future. It's about manifestation, making what we want real, building a dream, nurturing a dream, new projects, also new partnerships. There's another tarot deck that I am studying right now. It's called the After Tarot. So it's what would happen moments after. You see this scene on this card, and in that deck, I believe that this man is joined by a female companion, probably could be a wife, girlfriend maybe, although this dude looks like he would have a wife. So that's a deck I'll bring out pretty soon. It's an interesting one. I like the idea of what happens moments after you see this. So we'll have to play with that in the near future, folks. But anyway, building a dream, nurturing a dream, new projects, new partnerships. This could be, we've had a lot of messages about a new adventure. Some of us are starting over. We are deciding to enter into partnerships again with a beloved. And we've had, well, 3 or 4 days worth of messages about a cosmic gift, about new love entering our lives. So this could be the next step. I believe we also had some pretty intense messages about us deciding to make space for the very thing we asked for in our life. The Two of Wands could be representing that. So through this weekend, we may discover just how much room we have made for a new partner, a new adventure in our life. Eight of Wands. This is energy moving swiftly. This is incoming news for some people. Eight of Wands is fire. It's Mercury in Sagittarius energy. Yeah, this is more manifestation. This is events speeding up. So here we are, visioning our life, nurturing our dream. We've had cosmic gifts arrive all this week. We had to decide if we wanted to even accept it, even though we had been asking for it, praying for it, intending for it. My feeling is that most of us have said yes, and now that we have, we're visioning a new future, and as we do that, things move even faster because the energy was already here. The unified field, the all that is, the universe had already delivered. Now we're saying yes, and mountains are being moved, people. Yeah, Death card, perfect card. It's simultaneous endings and beginnings. So as we've said yes to one thing, we've closed a door on something else. We've put it behind us. We've moved on. So the Death card is transformative. This is water, Scorpio. My lovely Scorpio. It's transformation. It's simultaneous endings and beginnings. It's harvest. I see harvest intuitively. I see it reaping what we sow. Dreams fulfilled. I know death seems counterintuitive to that, but this is about rebirth. We've been remaking our lives here. It's pretty exciting. I'm excited. It's a greater understanding of our potential too, when we recognize how much creative power we really have. As we watch our dreams manifest and come to life in front of us. It's nice. This is also about sharp changes bringing blessings. And by sharp changes, it means that it could have come with some pain. And certainly we saw that in earlier cards this week. 3 of Swords, the Tower, 10 of Swords. Those were some intense cards. So we've all walked through some really painful experiences to get where we are now. We're in a phase of rebirth, renewal. Nice. 6 of Pentacles is our next card. This is an Earth card. It's the Moon in Taurus energy. And it's about generosity, having faith. It's also a message about how our past blesses our present. And that's what we're seeing here. That's what we're seeing here. It's a great confirmation card of what's going on. It's also support from an unexpected source. We've been encouraged in some of our clarifier cards this week too to speak to people that we know, love, and trust as we share with them part of our process, part of our journey. So we may be reaching out to people who know us and love us very well, only have our highest and greatest outcome in mind when they give their advice or their opinion. And so that could be represented in this card as well, because you have, support from an unexpected source. My feeling is that we have people in our lives that are encouraging us onto our leap of faith. You need a cheering section that's going to say, go for it. You need people that know and love you to root for you like that. It's so encouraging. All right, next card is the 8 of Cups. That's water, Saturn and Pisces. This is going with the flow. I like this card a lot. We have 7 cups here. Do we? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 8. I always see this card that there's 7 cups and the 8th cup is with this person, as if he has taken a little of all of the cups with him in one. I'm sticking by that. That's the way I've seen it, so apparently I can't quite count properly here, but whatever. Anyway, it's a departure. It's going with the flow and it's moving in a new direction, and we're doing that swiftly. This is an 8 and this is an 8, so that's doubled up energy on the 8s. Things are moving fast for us. We're definitely taking a leap of faith. We don't even know where we're going to end up right now, but most of us don't care. It just feels good to be on the move, making changes in our personal lives, making room for new people in our lives, and opening our hearts to love, which is so sweet. Do you really need to know what the destination is? Actually, you already know. If you've chosen love, that's your journey and your destination. So it doesn't quite matter where you land, because it's good. And the readings this week have been a lot about how we're going to do things differently. We've got more life experience to draw on now. We're operating at a whole new spiritual frequency within our own selves. If we've chosen to do the inner work, then we are consistently and dedicatedly working on our frequency, which means that we're very focused on our own heart space and mindful of what it is we have to contribute and give. The 8 of Cups reminds me that you never show up with an empty cup, which means we've done the work where we're keeping our cup full and we give from its overflow. And that's what I feel about the 8 of Cups. Wow, I actually feel passionate about that. Don't show up empty. I know I've said it before in another card reading, but just don't. I think we did that in the past, and we hoped that the love that was right there in front of us, the other person who also had a semi-empty cup, we hoped that we'd fill each other's cups, and we learned the hard way. It doesn't go like that. You got to fill your own cup, give from the overflow. And we've been doing that. And now we're ready for something new. We're ready to be around people who give from their overflow too. Can you imagine what we'll create? It'll be exciting. Leave me comments, people. Tell me what happens when you do that. I want to hear about it. Our next card is the moon. It's water. More Pisces energy. This is us relying on our senses more so than our logic, which makes sense to me here too, because we've taken a leap of faith. So we are definitely relying on our intuitive sense. We're looking at things a little bit differently. The moon is borrowed light from the sun. Excuse me. And, you know, it casts a silver shadow. So things look different in moonlight than they do in sunlight. And it gives us a different perspective. So here's our Eight of Cups person going off in the moonlight. So he's finding his way in the moonlight. Things are going to look bright and sunny in the morning, of course, but what do you discover on this journey? How do you see things differently this time around? The moon is casting a light so that we get to figure that out. It's also peering through illusion using your intuition. So this is a highly intuitive time. We've just had the solstice. The planetary alignments are very supportive of our intuitive energies. I do myself listen to a couple of other tarot readers on YouTube, and both of them have consistently been saying that the veil between here and the unknown is really thin, making our intuitive gifts, I would say, heightened. We're very highly aware right now, and quite empathic too. We're feeling vibes that we don't typically notice. They're more intense right now. Next card is the Nine of Pentacles. It's another Earth card. That's Venus and Virgo. This is accomplishments and achievements. Yeah, right, because we moved on. Excuse me, and we're creating this whole new life on a foundation of our accomplishments and our achievements. This card is the result of the fruit of our labor. There's passion in this card. It's independence, freedom, love. Excuse me. All right. I like that. This is a very stable card. This is more stability. This is reassurance to us of stability. Where we may feel insecure deciding to head off into the night on a new adventure, although we've been leading up to this for a long time and we can't see everything clearly, we're still keeping trust and faith in our heart, and we're doing it anyway. And the payoff is something really positive for us. This is comfort, passion, excuse me, generosity, independence, being at home and comfortable with our own selves, being able to share that with someone. Beautiful. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Swords. Well now, actually, that fits. Ooh, look what's under that. The Nine of Cups. That's the wish card. That's a dream come true card. I'm taking it. Okay. These two women could be the same woman. This is where we're headed. As I just said moments ago, we're into something much more stable, even though we don't know everything we'd like to know. We want assurances, we want guarantees. That's not happening, but we're moving ahead anyway, because what we left behind was isolating, maybe frustrating, perhaps too solitary. Yeah. Queen of Swords, that's water and air energy, Virgo and Libra energy. This is a very sharply focused queen. All the queens have a mother energy, and she is the mind of the mother. She's alert and in charge, and she will defend things aggressively. So this is interesting. We kind of come into this like, well, I don't really know. I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead anyway. We're tentative, a tiny bit insecure, but let's throw a little bit of threat in the path and we're ready to drop a sword on it. So this is how committed we are. This is how committed we don't even know we are. Because when we've got a dream coming true, wouldn't you defend that? Wouldn't you stand up for that? All day long. I would. So this queen does not suffer fools lightly at all. She sees the bigger picture. So after we journey through the night in the Eight of Cups and things get clearer for us in the sunlight the next day, so to speak. I know it's not going to take just a day, people. We will have found that we feel very secure with our decision. And then when we encounter some sort of challenge on this journey, and then we stand up and fight for it, we defend it, we protect it, we have boundaries around it, then we're like high-fiving ourselves because we're finally seeing just how much it meant to us. So, good choices, folks. Good choices. All right, I'm going to end the weekend reading with the Dorian Virtue Answer cards. This is, it's Angel Answers deck, Oracle deck. This is an opportunity for you to ask a question. Could be one question, could be three. I'm going to pull 3 cards. I'm going to relate them to what's already down. But while I shuffle, why don't you take this moment to ask the question, related or unrelated? You're ready. Yeah, not only are we ready, we're overdue. Our little eggs have hatched. We are underway. Next card. Compromise. That's an interesting one. Having just, spoken so boldly of the Queen of Swords, she's not one to really compromise. But we can compromise. We can do that now. We're a little more flexible. And if we are accommodating new people in our lives, if we are adapting to having a relationship, it's going to involve some compromise. But I also see that as a very natural thing to do. Let's just say, here we are, living at this new frequency of spiritual development for all the hard work we've done and all the journeying we've done. We're giving from our overflow. What happens when you have a tangle with your beloved? Do you handle it the way you used to? Probably not. You talk about it like adults, and you validate one another. And if there's been some sort of falling out, you work on it. Last card, the situation will improve. Yes, it will improve because we have the skills, tools, wisdom, maturity now to do it better. We're more inspired, having bravely taken off in a new direction and having experienced the pain of loss, probably more than once for some of us. We know what it takes to give to a beloved, and we're willing to do it now. So whenever we hit a challenging point, we can talk about it and compromise. We're ready to do that now, and we'll continue to improve our situation. All right, everyone, that is the weekend reading. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, a thumbs up. Pass it on to someone who might also enjoy the message. I am hoping to get my brand new YouTube channel a little bit more circulation so that people know that it's here, because this is a lot of fun to do. And I think the messages are worthwhile. They are for me, even as I read the cards for myself. There's a lot of information that I take away here from my own personal self. So I hope you're doing the same. Have a wonderful weekend. See you again on Monday.